You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hellgate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 24th of January, 2025. It is 34 days after the winter solstice. It is 55 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 5th day of Pluviose, the day of the taureau, the bull. The sun rises today at 7:12 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:08 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:04 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:33 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 6:07 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute 55 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 24% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Wednesday, the 29th of January. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the early morning, high tide, 5:36 a.m., 1 meter 19. At midday, low tide, 12:01 p.m., 3 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 6:11 p.m., 94 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, snow, not deep, frozen, lines the sidewalks, dabbed with bright yellow spots, the calling cards of passing domestic dogs. Winter in the city. Commemorations. On this day in 1848, in the final month of the Mexican-American War, James Marshall found gold at Sutter's Mill in Coloma, California. The gold rush transformed the newly American territory, with nearly 100,000 people arriving in California in 1849. On this day in 1922, Christian Kent Nelson patented the Eskimo pie. He perfected a technique for adhering chocolate to a block of ice cream. At first sold as ice cream bars, they were an immediate success. Nelson teamed up with Russell C. Stover to market the new ice cream pie. Stover suggested the name Eskimo pie. The sales jingle included the phrase, "I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream." On this day in 1935, the first canned beer went on sale in Richmond, Virginia. The Kruger Brewing Company offered Kruger's Finest Beer and Kruger's Cream Ale in the new metal cans, engineered by the American Can Company. They required a so-called church key to be opened. The pull-off tab would not be invented until the 1960s. On this day in 1910, Doris Haddock was born. Known as Granny D, she was a political activist who achieved fame by walking across the continental United States on foot to advocate for campaign finance reform. Aged 88 when she began her walk, she traversed over 3,200 miles and was 90 when she finished on February 29, 2000. Sadly, a quarter-century later, we are much further from her goal of keeping big money out of politics. And on this day in 1949, the actor and comedian John Belushi was born. As his Animal House character said, "Christ, 7 years of college down the drain." And that is the Observatory, Friday the 24th of January, 2025.